Hey guys, it is far too hot in my apartment to be wearing anything more than like a bra and like a cami top, so that's what I'm doing today. It's hot. So today's video is going to be my May favorites because it is the beginning of June and that's just what you do, right? Yeah. May has been a crazy ass month to say the least. Upstream, my mom's antique show, I shot a wedding, Sasquatch, still recovering from that. So much new music has come out recently and it was my birthday and just too many things happened in May. So let's start with some things that I utilized quite a lot at Sasquatch. That is sun protection. Something that I continuously use every single year of Sasquatch is the Brush On Block Broad Spectrum SPF of 30 Mineral Sunscreen Powder. This stuff comes in a little preloaded brush, but what I like to do, because I find there's not a, actually some just came out of there. There's not a ton that comes out of the brush. I just open it, dip the brush in, and then just put it over my face. And I actually mixed a little bit of this with my Bare Minerals while I was at Sasquatch, and I did get sunburned. So I like layered on all of the SPF and I didn't get any sunburns. So yay. And actually underneath this, I use the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint SPF 15. So then that was like SPF of 60. If I had like two things of SPF of 15 and SPF of 30, I had so much SPF at Sasquatch, it was crazy. But this is like a tinted moisturizer that actually has quite a bit of tint. I just apply it with my fingers. This is the color Porcelain. The sunscreen in here is a mineral sunscreen. There are no avobenzones or oxybenzones in here. It's all zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Those are the only kind of sunscreens that I can use. So if you are sensitive to chemical sunscreens, I would definitely give this a try. The nice thing about mineral sunscreens is that you can layer them on top of each other and they just add SPF. With chemical sunscreens, you can't really like layer. My makeup stayed on really, really well at Sasquatch, and I know you're probably gonna say, Abby, why'd you wear makeup at Sasquatch? It's a music festival. My makeup kind of works as my SPF, so like don't judge me. So yeah. This was good. This was great. Something else I use at Sasquatch religiously, that is the Johnson & Johnson hand and face wipes. I did not use this on my face, but I use this on my hands, on my feet, on my body, because my skin is very sensitive and very dry, so I wasn't about to use like wet wipes all over my body. These were really, really nice alternative to using antibacterial wet wipes because those tend to be a bit drying on my skin, and it comes in a really nice handy little pack. Yeah, 95% of dirt and germs. Cool. And it smells good. It smells like babies. That's not creepy. Skincare. You know how obsessed I've been with The Ordinary stuff. Like, I have made it through a decent amount of buffet. Like, I'm like halfway through this serum. It's crazy. The lactic acid serum I've been really, really liking. I haven't used it as much. I use it every other day. And when I got back from Sasquatch, I kind of waited a few days in case I was sunburned and I didn't want to like irritate my skin. But I like it. Organic cold press rosehip seed oil. I love this. I love it. I use it every time I use the lactic acid, as well as mixing a little bit into my moisturizer at nighttime, and it's great. And it was like $8, so like what? And then the caffeine solution. Like the caffeine solution is bomb. I love this. It's great. It wakes your eyes up so much. It's great. And then something I picked up from Ulta a couple weeks ago is the Egg White Pack Peel Off Pack Nose, Forehead, and Jaw. I've used this a handful of times now and I like it. I have been kind of obsessed with just like pore strip videos, like not like peel porn. I don't know. I just like the idea of like cleaning out everything, and I picked these up. I can't remember how much this pack was. It wasn't a ton. These are like little pads that you unwrap. You have to put them on wet, like your face needs to be wet, and then you put it on, leave it on for like 10 minutes and then peel it off. Don't rip it off. But I used this a couple times before I went to Sasquatch and I like it. And then I used this specifically when I came back from Sasquatch because I was like, I have so much actual dirt in my face. Even though I do clean my face really well, I just needed to get everything. I put it on my forehead, on my jaw, on my nose, and I felt so decongested afterwards. It was great. Cool. Hair care. In case you didn't notice, I have lighter hair now. I have refreshed the purple a little bit. I mixed in a little bit of my Joico hair dye in with some conditioner, so I refreshed the purple because when I was at Sasquatch, I pretty much cleaned all the purple out of my hair. A shampoo that I've invested in recently, oh god, it's damp. This was recommended to me by my hairdresser, Brooke. AG Haircare Sterling Silver Color Care line. It is a toning shampoo and toning conditioner, and it's really great. I left the conditioner in my hair for about 10 minutes one day, and it actually did like visibly tone it. Like usually purple shampoos for me are like a placebo thing, but this actually worked, and it's not drying on my hair, and it smells amazing. It smells so good. Like look at how pigmented that shit is. Like smells like pina coladas, and I can't complain. I found mine at Ulta. They're about the same price point as like Joico stuff, so it's not cheap by any means, but it's not like exorbitantly expensive. Because I only wash my hair like once a week, it's kind of worth it, because like I am on 6th day hair right now. Like I feel very happy about that. 5-day hair. Yeah, 5-day hair. Which brings me to my next point. So I have a couple different dry shampoos. I have the Bumble and Bumble little dry shampoo thing. I have the Drybar. I have Not Your Mother's. I've tried them all for the most part. I went to Nordstrom yesterday because I was bored, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall. I've had a long week, even though it was a short week. Anyway, I went to the mall and I sat down with a woman at Nordstrom who offered me like just a hair consultation, not charging me anything. It was just like, do you want to sit down and have me put dry shampoo in your hair? And I'm like, cool. So we talked for like 15 minutes. Like we talked for a while, and she used the Drybar Detox dry shampoo in my hair, which I've used for a long time. I've used the Triple Sec and the Detox dry shampoo, and I really, really like it. But then she also used some of the dry conditioner in my hair, and I never realized that this was a thing. And basically, dry shampoo goes up on your roots, dry conditioner goes at your ends. So it actually helped to detangle my hair without being like oily, you know? It's kind of weird. It was cool. So it feels just like the dry shampoo, but it's for your ends. And it smells like every other Drybar thing, which is like this lovely, musky, perfumey smell, which I am obsessed with. Like I love the smell of Drybar products. So I really, really like this. I invested in a large size. I liked it so much. So that was really fun. And then she also used the Sparkling Soda Shine Mist on my hair as well. My hair was like straight last night and I curled it this morning, so it's probably lost a little bit of the luster, but this works really, really well. If you do have a lighter color treated hair, it makes your hair look so shiny and pretty. Yeah, it's just really nice, and it makes your hair really shiny without being like gunky or gross, you know? Because sometimes when you use like Shine Mist, your hair just feels like oily, and then you feel the need to wash it again. It's like, why did you spray your hair with it in the first place? So this is good. I like it. And it comes in travel sizes as well as large sizes, even though the large size is twice the price, 4 times the product. Anyway, I like it. It's good. Makeup. Honestly, there hasn't been a ton of new makeup I've been using. Like, I've been using the same shit all month. No new palettes, no new eyeshadows, nothing. The only thing new and things that I'm like obsessed with right now is the Kat Von D Lolita 2 Everlasting Lip Pencil. Holy shit, like I never really liked her liquid lipsticks because I found they got like super crusty in the corners and they didn't last as long as I wanted to. But like this is great. It dried down so fast, and it's matte, and it is comfortable. Like now I'm like, do I need more of these? Like why? I don't want more, but I want more. I like it. It's good. The color, it's like a bricky. On darker skin tones, this would be like a nude, but like this is definitely like a brick color on me, and it's great. Speaking of brick, Nars Taos is a blush that I've been eyeing for a long time, and I was looking for a bronzer that would kind of be in between a bronzer and a blush, where it would almost give me like a slightly sunburned look, you know? Because I don't bronze, I don't get tan, I get red. So I put a little bit of this across my face today, and I really, really like it. But it's, again, like a brick color. And it's gorgeous. It's such a pretty color. It's very pigmented, so like when I use it I had to like tap it off on my hands because it's like hella pigmented. So it pretty much matches my lip pencil, so that's nice. I dig it. Summery and wintry. I was kind of bored of my blushes for a while, so I was like, I want something new, and I haven't bought anything from Nars in a while. So here we go. That's all the beauty and hair and makeup and favorites and things. Now let's get on to the music. So at Sasquatch last weekend, I discovered a couple of new bands. Jason, was a band that I stumbled into because I was shooting Kiara's set and she was like hella boring and lip syncing, and so then I left and then I went to go see Jay Som, who was on a smaller stage, and I was like, who's this band? I need to watch them. They're great. And they were awesome. They were so good. I've listened to their stuff since then on Spotify and I love it. I guess they played at KEXP a couple weeks ago, so like, damn, check out their shit. It's like indie pop rock at its finest. And then another band that was on the Yeti stage, actually the Yeti stage was just like killing it the entire weekend. Like the Bigfoot stage was kind of boring. Main stage, I could have lost half of the bands that played main stage and I wouldn't give a shit. But Yeti stage was on fire. Rainbow Kitten Surprise, yes, that is a band, surprised the hell out of me. I was like, who is this band with a crazy stupid name? I followed all my friends to go shoot them and they ended up being amazing. And then my memory card decided to take a shit on itself and delete all the photos from that set. So I was very sad, but their set was amazing. They were so fun and good, and like the lead singer was giving me like early Father John Misty dance move vibes, which was really cool because like Father John Misty's moves make me feel things in my loins. So they were great. I loved them. Other Yeti stage, oh, fucking Arkells. Like Canada bands for the most part killed it. Like I'm just like saying everybody's killing it. Arkells and July Talk were bands that actually I'd seen Arkells probably about 8 years ago, but Arkells and July Talk, both Canadian bands, blew my mind, and I got some of my favorite photos from the entire weekend from their sets, from their tiny stage, Canadian ass sets. I loved them. They were great, and I highly recommend seeing them live if you get a chance, especially if you're in Canada, because you get more chances to see them, because it's really fucking hard for Canadian bands to play in the US. So there you go. Who else did I see that I liked? Oh, Bob Moses. That man has a soulful voice for the ages and I loved it. Bob Moses. Sumney. Oh shit, that dude like looped his own voice and the lighting was like beautiful, and it was like his vocal range was like this big, you know. It was good. It was good. He was great. So I did find some bands that I hadn't heard before, so it's not a complete loss. Sasquatch didn't completely suck. Just day two. Like, because I want to make my thoughts from Sasquatch video completely positive, I'm just gonna air my grievances with 21 Pilots fans right now. They played at 10 o'clock on Saturday. Their fans were getting there at like noon, and I had never seen a band playing Sasquatch where more people were wearing their merch. Like 21 Pilots are like the Disney of bands in that they have so much fucking merchandise, so many different t-shirts, so you just saw people scattered around the entire festival wearing 21 Pilots tees. They went down to the main stage, not everybody, but a lot of people went down to the main stage at like noon or 1 when they got there and sat down, didn't give a fuck about any of the other bands that were playing, MGMT, Bleachers, all these bands that a lot of people were really excited to see, sat down, planted their spots, and didn't move. My friend Hannah wanted to shoot Bleachers. She's like 5 feet tall. Went to try to get up front, tried talking to the people that were there. She's like, oh, are you guys excited to see Bleachers? They're like, oh, not really, I don't really care, I want to see 21 Pilots. She was like, okay, could I like stand up front real quick just for their set so I can take some pictures? And they wouldn't let her move in front of them. You don't give a shit about this band. She said she's gonna leave after them, but they were like, no, this is my spot. And she couldn't bitch people out because their parents were there, and it was just fucking ridiculous. Like, if you were there to see a band, fine. But like, if you're gonna sit and wait for your band, don't be a fucking asshole and let other people in front of you for bands that they want to see. It's a festival. It's not like one band is playing and there's openers. They just happen to be playing last. Like, that's not how festivals work. It's not like a 21 Pilots show. If it's a 21 Pilots show and you don't give a shit about the other bands that are opening, do that. Because everyone else is there to see 21 Pilots. But you're at a festival when most everybody else there doesn't give a fuck about 21 Pilots. So if you're gonna sit there and wait for their set, at least let other people in front of you for the bands that they want to see. Don't be an asshole. End rant. So yeah, clearly 21 Pilots wasn't a favorite of Sasquatch, but LCD Soundsystem, Big Frida, Charles Bradley, like Charles Bradley was so good. Vulfpeck, holy shit. This band had like a full-on TED Talk in the middle of their set. It was crazy, it was awesome. The Shins, LCD Soundsystem. Oh, LCD Soundsystem. I was so happy that they replaced Frank Ocean. I was so happy. Because like I've never seen them play. And this was an instance where I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna be like still making music, even though they just finished a record, like, hey-oh. So I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get the chance to see them again. So I was really happy that I did, and it was really great, and Dance Yourself Clean was so fun. Yeah, LCD Soundsystem was like, oh, my favorite headliner. It was great. It was awesome. It made me really happy. Besides Sasquatch bands, a couple new music things happened in the last few days. Arcade Fire released a new song. Like, what? Arcade Fire? Like, where have you been, Arcade Fire? I don't know. Where has Arcade Fire been? I don't know. Arcade Fire released a new song. Foo Fighters released a new song, and their video is great. Like, I love the song and I love the video, and I love that Dave Grohl still doesn't take himself so seriously, but just the right amount of serious, because it's like they're not trying to like follow the trends. They're not trying to like bring in synth pop. They're making the music that they want to make, and they don't give a fuck, and it's great. Like, if I really cared about being really cool, Foo Fighters would not be one of my favorite bands, and I wouldn't like talk about the Foo Fighters all the time. Like, so yeah, new Foo Fighters, new Arcade Fire. My Goodness just put out a new record, and it came out like 2 days ago. So like, new My Goodness, I'm working on their episode right now, band in Seattle. And their actual album release is this coming weekend. So please go check it out if you live in Seattle. It's gonna be at the Crocodile. It's gonna be great. I'll post links to it down here. One last thing, and I blame my boyfriend for this because this wasn't my fault. We were watching Netflix one day, and I was like so out of it, so tired. It was the day I got back from Sasquatch, and I wanted to sleep. And he was like, do you want to watch anime? And I was like, honestly, at this point, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And so he like gave me a list of like 4 or 5 different animes, and I was like, they all look the same. They have the same looking thumbnail. I don't give a shit. Pick one. Like, just pick one. So we started watching Sword Art Online, and I'm like 16 episodes into it now, and I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I'm really mad at myself because I never was that person who was into anime, and I was kind of low-key the person that like made fun of anime because it all looked the same, and the story arcs are kind of creepy. The tropes get kind of rapey at times. Like, characters are like, there's characters with like 0 redeeming qualities, and like Japanese sex culture is like kind of weird because of like regulations on porn and stuff. So like anime porn is a thing, and it's creepy. And anyway, that took a weird turn. So we started watching Sword Art Online, and that is a favorite of this month because I finished the entire like first season, and it's highly entertaining. Well, it really only gets creepy in the second half when like his like little cousin is like in love with him. His like girlfriend is like in a coma, and then like this guy that's like gonna marry her without her consent, and he's like, oh well, she owes me something, and then it's like, what? No, she's in a coma. Like, you're what? That's super rapey. Like, it's very dark though. I think that's all. I think that's all I have to talk about today. I'm gonna get back into the swing of things, I promise. It was just these last 10 days. I was at Sasquatch. Work has been crazy. I just didn't want to do anything, and my computer was like full of shit. So like, I didn't have enough space to like put things on it. Let me know what kind of videos you want from me coming up. If you have any suggestions for an anti-haul, please leave them in the comments below. For today's song of the day is Run by Foo Fighters, and it's just like the music video is so good. Like, it's so good. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do that. That would be great. And if you have, hit the little bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And check out my last video. I don't know what it is. Who knows what's gonna end up here? I don't know. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay.